Anthony and Michael Spilotro were two brothers whose lives were cut short in a sudden and violent end. After being brutally beaten, they were buried alive in a shallow grave inside of an Indiana cornfield. The Spilotro brothers were infamous figures in organized crime, especially during the 1970s and 80s. Both were deeply involved in the powerful organized crime group in Chicago. Anthony was the more well-known of the two, operating as enforcer in Las Vegas for the Chicago mob. He was responsible for overseeing the casino skimming operation, a process of taking casino profits before they were reported to the IRS. Known for his temper and brutality, he quickly became notorious in the Las Vegas underworld, earning the nickname of the Ant for his small stature. Tony was also linked to several murders, burglaries, and countless other criminal activities. Michael Spilotro had a more low-key role, mainly involved in the Mafia's operations in Chicago. He worked with his brother on several ventures and was known to have participated in a group that specialized in burglaries along with Tony, called the Hole-in-the-Wall Gang. The brothers were bold, but maybe too bold. Their actions attracted a lot of attention from law enforcement to rivals. Fearing Tony was too visible and was becoming harder to control, the mob decided it was time for the brothers to go. They were summoned to a meeting in a home in Bensonville, a suburb outside Chicago. Making their way to the basement, the brothers were confronted by several associates who began to beat the brothers mercilessly with baseball bats. Barely alive, they were driven across state lines and buried while still breathing. The cornfield in Indiana was where their bodies were discovered 2 days later, marking the violent end of the Spilotro brothers and a shift in mob power in Las Vegas.